Hey guys, I'm going to go over performing hand hygiene, and I know some of you have already actually been testers on this skill, but some have not, so I want to give everybody the same information. Sorry, you have to deal with my hat because tomorrow I leave with my horses for Fort Robinson for a week-long time of horseback riding and trail riding. Vicky's husband Mitch gave me this fancy hat, so I'm just going to play a little dress up today with my cowgirl hat. Oh, okay. On hand hygiene supplies, water, soap, orange wood sticker, nail file, paper towels, and wastebasket. Um, some of the things, step 4 is the critical where you stood away from the sink so that your clothes did not touch. Stood so the soap and faucet were easy to reach. Pretty no-brainer there. On those other ones where it says push on step 3, push your watch up 4 to 5 inches, push long uniform sleeves up as necessary. If they come in with no watch or no uniform sleeves, they really don't need to address it. Give them that point. If they come in and they don't do it because they have long sleeves or a watch on, then they're going to lose that point. But if they come in and don't have it, you know, they don't need to address it because it's not part of the equation. So give them that point. Um, let's see. Step 6, wet your wrists and hands. Kept your hands lower than your elbows. This is a start item. Was sure to wet the area 3 to 4 inches above. Again, we're watching them wet that 3 to 4 inches above and what that looks like. Um, I've had questions with number 7 about, well, how do we know that it's 1 teaspoon of soap? Well, typically the amount that the dispenser automatically gives out is pretty close to that 1 teaspoon. So I'm just telling, well, it's kind of just whatever the dispenser gives you is normally relatively close to that 1 teaspoon. Step 8 is a start item. Rubbed your palms together and interlaced your fingers to work up a good lather. Lathered your wrist, hands, and fingers. Kept your hands lower than your elbows. And again, make sure, facilitators, that you're telling them to make sure this step lasts 15 to 20 seconds. If it goes longer, they're not penalized. We would never penalize someone for going longer with their hand washing. But they certainly would lose the points and not earn them if they didn't go the 15 to 20 seconds. So instructors, you should be, counting to make sure that they're going 15 to 20 seconds. Again, they would not lose if they went longer, but they would lose if they went less. So if they went 13 seconds, they're going to fail that step. So facilitators, when they're peer checking, make sure that you're stressing that it's going 15 to 20 seconds. And let's see, step 9. Step 10 is a critical where they're cleaning underneath their fingernails where they're rubbing it in the palm. Now we're telling them first hand washing of the day, they would actually use the orange wood stick and go under each nail. When they're peer practicing, they don't need to do this, but when they are testing, they will use an orange wood stick and go under each one, rinse, under each one, rinse, and then they just drop that in the wastebasket when they're finished. When they're preparing for the step, if they grab an orange wood stick and put it down on the barrier prior to kneading it, I mean, that's ideal. Hopefully they're thinking about that. Facilitators, when you're facilitating in practice labs, you can instruct them to do that. Step 12 is a critical. Rinse your wrist, hands, fingers well. Water flowed from above the wrist to your fingertips. And then it says repeat 7 through 12 if needed. And then starting at 13 is where you're drying. Step 15 is a critical, and I just had a student fail the other day because they did not use a separate paper towel to shut off each sink. And when I was facilitating, I made sure I told them the reason for that is there's different, that sink is that holding pot for germs, and there may be different germs on the right handle than there is on the left handle, and so you don't want to cross-contaminate. Other than that, again, if they get all the points but they go out of order, if they can provide a good rationale as to why they went out of order, and you can ask them, just say, you went out of order with this. Can you tell me why you did that? If they can give you a good rationale, I have a guest that just walked by. If they can tell you,
Thank you for all you're doing, everyone.
she doesn't have a cute hat like I do, though.
I used to.
So if they can give you a rationale as to why they did it, then don't take the points away if they have a good rationale and that rationale is a correct rationale and makes sense. If they can't, then they're going to lose points back there on those key concepts. If you have any questions with the skill, please reply to the discussion and we can have a good conversation going on underneath the skill. Thank you so much and have a great rest of the day.